How you going, team? It's Nate here, and today we're starting a new playthrough. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, the reason I've decided to do this playthrough, I was actually going to play this just for my own personal enjoyment. Well, as I play many of the games that I'd play, but it just so happened that in creating this character here, I inadvertently randomed an orcish Danny Trejo. So naturally I feel that it's only right that we sort of chronicle his journey. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to do my best to kind of create, like a machete build. So we're going to go dual wielding. I haven't decided daggers or swords just yet, but we're going to have a lot of fun finding out. So we're going to get into it shortly. I have to say that I did start playing the game before I made the decision to record. I didn't get too far into it, but we have missed the beginning of the, I guess, the story of it. So what I'll do is I'll quickly make a new character, play to the point where Danny Trejo is currently waiting for us, and then we'll just switch out and get straight into it. Okay, so, and we're not going to go into too much detail. I guess just to be authentic. We'll do that. See? Yeah. Average, boring, not windswept and interesting, but not Danny Trejo. And we're going to play through the tutorial. Here we go. So as with every Elder Scrolls game, we find ourselves awake in a cell of some description. Now, admittedly, it's generally like an Imperial cell. This is a lot more dark, horrific, and destitute.
Still got some fight left in you. You're going to need it.
And true to form, we are helped out of our cells.
Must have been the runt of the litter.
By someone who will spurn us into the greater story, I suppose. So, anyone that's familiar with the game,
keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises.
Would already be familiar with the Dremora, the sort of Daedric. Well, they are Daedra, which are kind of like the demons of the Elder Scrolls world. And killing things isn't going to be that easy in the game.
More Daedra on the way.
They're just teaching us at the moment.
Let's keep moving.
I'm not going to bother looting because not Danny Trejo is... Well, we're never going to see him again.
Stop now. Keep moving. More guards are on the way.
Ah, now,
Let's go.
Urge scene makes me think. So we're gonna see a lot of these guys. Oh, is that a lady orc soul shriven? We're gonna see a lot of these soul shriven people as we progress in this area specifically. We are actually a soul shriven. So they're teaching us here. We're gonna block. When we see the sparklies, and when we see the swirlies, we'll do a heavy attack. And holding both of these with the red sparklies interrupts a magical attack, and then heavy attack takes them out.
Out of here, my friend. The Prophet.
Greetings, Vestige. Like you, I'm a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk.
So she wants to talk to us. So she's a Nord. I actually thought... Wow, she's a tall lady. I actually thought orcs were quite tall as well, but... Maybe not? Maybe the Nords are the tallest in the game, so we're going to talk to her.
The Prophet. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you, even for a moment. You must think you can help me.
Yes, the Prophet. Every time we get loose from, apart from Morrowind, and I'm not actually familiar with the first two games, but again, we start off in a cell, and we get helped by an old guy generally. No, what's that from? That's from Oblivion, right? There's the Emperor. He sounds and it looks suspiciously like a member of the Septum family, so...
Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here.
Where do we go from here?
These tunnels will eventually take us to the Towers of Eyes. That's where we'll find the Sentinels.
What are these Sentinels?
Magical constructs created by Molag Bal to guide his vision in Cold Harbor. The Sentinels are connected. If we destroy one, the others will be blinded. With any luck, that will buy us the time we need to free the Prophet. I've no idea. Brute force? We'll find a way. We have to. Be ready for anything. I doubt Molag Bal left the Sentinels unguarded.
But I have so many questions.
I'm sure you do. And I'll answer them as best I can.
So who is this Prophet?
He's a strange one, no doubt about it. But he's the wisest man I've ever met. He sees things. The past, the future.
What is what is this place where I am? That'd probably be the first question I would have asked, but...
You're obviously not in Tamriel anymore.
Uh-huh.
Think of the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Cold Harbor. And to top it off, well, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead.
Revelations. Then how are we having this conversation, lady?
I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of Oblivion. I don't understand any of it myself.
If I'm dead, who killed me? Let's get
A man named Menemarco.
Oh.
His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric Prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven.
Okay, I actually didn't think they'd given a name to the person who killed us, so we know. So we could turn this into a vengeance quest quite easily. Soul Shriven, as I said before. So, yeah, we're dead. What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Cold Harbor, working under the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me.
Are you dead too? Lyris? Was it Lyris or Lyris?
No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes any sense. But we're prisoners here, same as you.
Yeah, okay. How can we rescue? We've already asked that question.
It won't be easy. The place is watched by magical constructs called sentinels. We won't stand a chance unless we can blind them. I'll tell you more when we get there. And we'll never get there if we don't get moving.
You know what? You're absolutely correct. I like your gumption, your can-do attitude.
Moving.
Oh! Better get ready. Woohoo! Oh!
Well played, friend. Arcade's beard, you are good in a fight.
Well, thank you.
The god of brutality knows of your escape. Hurry.
And she is gone. Naturally, we're meant to follow her, but this is the point in the game that Danny Trejo has gotten to. So, with a sad and heavy heart, we're gonna say goodbye to not Danny Trejo and switch accounts, and then we'll just continue on. Okay, so I will see you guys shortly. Okay, welcome back, guys. Now that we are here looking through the eyes of the Hardman Machete of the Elder Scrolls setting, we can actually switch out of this view into third person, and we can get a good look at this handsome, brutish, charismatic protagonist. And we can also start looting stuff as well. I'm not going to take everything. But yeah, look, so I'm not going to pretend I am a by any means an expert on Elder Scrolls lore. I do love the games dearly, so I'll try and, you know, pepper my commentary with any little bibs and bobs I think are notable. I was saying before that the Prophet looks suspiciously like one of the Septum family, but now that I say that, actually, Lyris is going to talk to us here.
The god of schemes can see every part of Cold Harbor. We need to distract him.
But now that I say that, I actually think this game takes place before the events of Morrowind and Oblivion and all that. So I was thinking it was going to be a reveal of Tiber Septum. No, maybe not Tiber Septum, but from previous game. But this takes place before all that, so... Oh, this is an enemy. Yes, satisfying.
Target practice?
And we have Lyris here, just to lay down some smack talk. So noticeable about this game is that we start off laying the smackdown into Daedra, and typically they come into play later on in the games, and they're generally a bit more difficult. Not a criticism, just something new. And I actually enjoyed this setting a bit. So as I said, I've played the game a little bit, not too much. I think the highest level I've gotten to is a level 9 character, so I've barely scratched the surface. What the? Like a stuck pig or something squealing in the background. Oh! We actually have a skill point that I will utilize. once this guy's down. So we're going to take that. We're not going to take that because there's nothing there. Yeah. So as I said, we're going to do like a machete build, and I have no idea what that's going to look like. All I know realistically is that we're going to dual wield. Now, these are the skills that we have initially that we can start leveling up. The leveling up system's very traditional Elder Scrolls fare, where the more you use stuff, the better you get at it. So, we're not going to put any points in dual wield just yet because we haven't leveled anything up. But what we will do is unlock one of our class abilities. I think I'm going to take Fiery Grip. There's an ability here that I do want later on. So, although I'm not going to spend too much here in Ardent Flame, but as I said, I'm not too sure how the build's going to progress. So, but we're going to take, I think this is kind of fitting for the character. So, Fiery Grip, you launch a fiery chain to grasp and pull an enemy to you, dealing 160 fire damage. Also grants, well, that little grant, Major Expedition, increasing movement speed by 30% for 2 seconds. I'm not actually too worried about that, but it is a handy ability to pull enemies, and it's a chain. It's not really magic-y in aesthetic, so I think it will fit for... Danny Trejo. Again, a little tutorial. And that is equipped. So those should be down. Get a little tea recipe so we can do some cooking, get really good at it and impress all our friends. Gonna get some rawhide boots. So I'm gonna go with the medium. There we go. So that's the Fiery Grip in action. I'm gonna go with medium armor, I feel. We're gonna dress him in leather. Ideally, I'd like some kind of trench coat with a bare chest. But as a, you know, we're gonna work with what we got. And I may even go for some kind of a crit build as well, and I believe... Oh. I believe medium armor, later levels, grants increases to crit damage, or crit percentage? Not too sure how the multiplier works, but it's there for us. It's an option. And who am I to deny the insatiable bloodlust of Mr. Trejo? Dang. Maple Shield of Magicka. Oh, that's quite a good little drop here at the beginning. It's a shame I don't want to use a shield. Ideally, we're looking for a weapon to change out of the two-handed so we can... Oh, another shield. Well, that's just typical. That's just great. You're going to take some pork? No. I don't know why that's pork, actually. I don't know why that's pork. An iron girdle. So there's some heavy armor stuff. There's an Arconian soul shriven. Oh, no, it's a Khajiit. So right now, we're here in Cold Harbor. I'm just trying to get as much loot as I can before we move on. Combat seems pretty basic for PvE. Oh! Gimme your... Oh! That's another good little drop. Not in the vein that we want. But it does the trick. And the reason why I haven't equipped anything just now, because I don't want to spend too much time bringing up And we got some pants. I don't want to spend too much time bringing up the inventory screen. Or I don't want to spend too much time with the gameplay in screens for you guys. So you may like that or you may hate that. And thank you. So Lyris is that another shield? Ah, well, it's worth 8 gold, so Lyris is actually quite useless. She does no damage, I noticed. Oh, but she did set us free, so, you know. Thanks, Lyris. I don't want any barley. Wait, oh, he got... What? He got knocked down. Oh, he got knocked down. What's going on? They're taking a lot of damage, too. Hey! Cheeky level up. I wasn't expecting that quite so soon. It is definitely welcome. Homespun sash, so that is a light armor. Oh, I missed that. It doesn't matter though. Like this area is not hard at all. So up we come. This area looks cleared. So the Soul Shriven act
Sorry, did that hurt? It looked painful.
very suspiciously like zombies? Some rawhide guards, thank you. So that's... Whoa! Hey, buddy! Oh, that's very satisfying. Fiery grip increased to rank 3.
Try to be inconspicuous.
Try to be inconspicuous. I look like Danny Trejo. Does Danny Trejo have a Hollywood star? Is that important? Is that an important distinction? Does that speak to a person's true claim to fame?
Quickly, while he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
Or their ability? Or whether or not they deserve fame? Are you more noticeable if you have a Hollywood square, or do you have a Hollywood square because you're noticeable? I'm not sure about that radial attack that that this little guy does. I'm not too sure how. I think you just sort of back out of dodge. You can't sort of, I don't believe you can interrupt it like the red sparklers. So when we get a new weapon is when I'll swap out, right? But they're just not working with us. I want to go over here and... So that's where we...
Fool! You will never escape my wrath.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way.
So this is where we were supposed to go. I didn't realize I was going to trigger it just by standing that far away, but Molag Bal is a Daedric prince. So kind of think demons in hell. Each of the Daedric princes rule over their own sphere or circle, if you will. I forget. I actually forget Molag Bal's sphere of influence, so I apologize. But we can speak to that a bit later. You know, when I've done my research, or maybe we'll find. No, you know what? We'll find some lore in game. That's what we'll do. I ain't gonna wiki nothing for you guys. You wiki it and you tell me. I'm not your mum. I'm not gonna do everything for you. Okay, no one in there to... So something... Oh! Actually, no, I was going to share something there, but it can actually wait until it, until it's relevant. We want all of this stuff. Oh, all these... So there's some rawhide braces, that's great. Oh, some mint and some mint chai recipe. More braces. Oh! Okay. I think we've actually... There's one more place we want to go for loot before we move on. Even though I know that it's supposed to be time sensitive due to the hello. Iron Greaves. Time sensitive due to the, sneaking up and smashing of the eye, and then they told us it was time sensitive. But you gotta realize, guys, I'm not worried. Oh my goodness, I am armored up. So yeah, guys. So I'm gonna continue playing Warframe. It's a game that I really enjoy, but we're sort of slowing down with access to new quest lines and things like that. So, and yeah, I'm gonna branch out into other games. Now, we're going to start this one, and I'm going to start doing some smaller games that I'm interested in, and games that I want to play because I want to see what kind of feelings or emotions they can sort of elicit from me. In terms, I sort of want to explore that aspect of my gaming experience. So, pardon me. So I'm going to be playing games. Home, which is a pixelated adventure horror game. It should be fun. Got a bit of a nostalgic appeal to it, and also Beyond Eyes is another game that sort of jumped out at me, where you play through the experiences of a blind girl. It looks quite beautiful, and I'm really interested in seeing. Hey, mate, you don't look like Danny Trejo. Do you realize that?
Damn it! Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us.
Oh, who's Cadwell?
Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years of torment, Soul Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see.
How can a madman possibly help us, Lyris? Are you crazy, girl?
Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Cold Harbor is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
Okay, let's do that. But you know what? Let's do that. No, Lyris, I'm saying let's... No, we're not going to do that now. Lyris. Lyris! Lyris! So we're going to wait until next episode to continue on here. And, yeah. I feel there's, this is a good halfway point, I feel. And then that will do us with the tutorial part of the game. And then we'll be into it proper. So thank you for joining me this far. I hope you stick around. And I look forward to talking at you again. So peace.